What's up, family? It's Cousin Five, and I am so happy to be back with y'all because today we got a really good video, and it's something that I haven't did in a long time. And I know you can already tell by the title, but I'm going to the public library. I haven't been to the library in forever. Like, dog, I'm trying to tell you, like, I have not been to the library in general, like any library, in years. Now, I know that's kind of sad to say, but it's okay because I'm making up for it today. We going to the library and we about to get into it. I haven't been to the library because I just move around too much. Like with my job, I really be moving around, and I never knew that, like, if you weren't from that specific area, that you could still get a library card and you can still check stuff out even though you're not literally from that area. So dumb on me, but we learn something new every day, you hear me? But today for this video, I really want to go get a library card because I do want to start utilizing the library a lot more. I know I like to spend money on books, and I just love buying books. That's just who I am. I really want to build up my collection, so I'm going to continue to do that. I also do want to utilize the library, and if there's a book that I'm thinking about, or if it's something that I don't really know, or I'm iffy on it, I'm going to go to the library, check out that book, and we gonna make it do what it do. And if I like the book, then I'm gonna go buy it. But I think you can buy stuff from the library too, so I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna find out today. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna bring y'all along with me because we family. Like, y'all really on my hip. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all on my hip. Wherever I go, y'all go. That's just the way it works, baby. And I'm actually in a pretty decent town, so I think the library is gonna be good. If you know anything about Frostburg, Maryland, you got Frostburg University, and there's a nice little college area, nice little, it's cool. I kind of like it out here. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go to I believe it's the Allegheny County Library of Frostburg or something like that. But we're going to see when we get there. Yeah, I just want to look around. I do want to get a library card, but we're going to look around, see if we can find some books, maybe even buy a book or two, rent a book or two, and just make it do what it do. I'm not going to continue to talk y'all heads off. Let's get right into the action. All right, fam. So we about to be on the way to the library. Yeah, and I made the mistake of trying to pop a bump before I shot this, and yeah, it did not go well. My face is flaring up a little bit, but don't mind that. Before we hit the library, my truck is dumb dirty, dog. My truck is filthy. So we about to go to the car wash real quick. So I'm gonna take y'all through the car wash, then we gonna hit the library and make it do what it do. So let's get it. All right, fam. So I just got my first library card. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I just got my first library card. Checked out some books at the library. You know what I'm saying? We got our library stuff, man. We got some books. I think we got some good books too. I'm gonna show y'all later when I get to the crib. But I seen something else too. I'm not gonna lie. I seen another bookstore. I seen a bookstore, and I want to find out where it's at because the library was amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That library was super dope. I haven't been to the library in years, but it felt good getting in there. It felt good, you know, just talking with the librarians and learning everything about the library and seeing what they got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad I ain't been to the library sooner. And y'all told me to, but I didn't listen. So I'm glad I'm listening now, at least. You feel me? So we about to find this other bookstore because I seen it, and if I see a bookstore, I gotta go in it. I can't just skip the bookstore. You know what I'm saying? So let's try and find this bookstore, and I'm gonna show y'all what that look like too. We just going everywhere today. Look it. Main Street Books. Let's go in here and see what this talking about. All right, fam. So I just left the bookstore. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I messed up. I went in that bookstore and yeah, spent a couple dollars. But hold on. Don't do me like that just yet. Because I did go to the library. I got myself a library card, and I checked out some books from the library. So I think it was a successful day. A library card, library books, bookstore, books for the collection. You can't really beat that. So we gonna drive home. I'm gonna get in the house, get myself together, and I'm gonna show y'all what I got and recap the experience of the library and recap the experience and tell y'all about the experience at the bookstore, because that bookstore, fire. Main Street Books, shout out to y'all. Amazing atmosphere. I'm gonna tell y'all, we gonna get into it. But let's get back to the crib. What's up, cousins? We back at the crib, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, today, decisions were made. Decisions were made. I had a great time. Like I said, I went to the public library, and then on the way to the public library, I seen a bookstore that I did not know was here. So, y'all know what I had to do. Walked my little tail right into that bookstore, because y'all know when we see a bookstore, we not passing that up. Like I said, if I see a bookstore, if I see books, something has to get got. And I'm going to get mine before I get got. Let's dive right into what I got at the library. So first off, I have not been to the library in years. And when I say years, I literally mean years. It's a little embarrassing, but it's okay because that all changed today. So I got to the library, I was in there, and I was honestly a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I recorded a little bit. I talked to the librarians and they were super nice. I'm not gonna lie. If you're a librarian, shout out to you because y'all are some of the sweetest people in the world, hands down. Y'all don't care who it is, what they look like, what you smell like, whatever. They gonna give you all the help that you ask for and they're gonna do it with a smile on their face. So I appreciate all the librarians out there. Shout out to y'all. But I got in there, they helped me with everything I needed. I got a library card. So y'all said get a library card. I got one. Boom. Go ahead and look at that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I got the little keychain, John, and then I got the actual library card that I'm gonna put in my wallet. And they laced me up with some other stuff. I remember y'all talking about Libby and Hoopla in some of my other videos. So they gave me a little sheet to, you know, I think this is Libby up there. And then Hoopla, you know, so I'm definitely finna use these because this is super dope. They both like ebook, audio book, apps or whatever that you can get free books and rent books and all that, just like the library. Super dope. I'm definitely using it. The next thing they gave me was, these are just the instructions on how to, you know, use the library card, all the amenities they got and stuff like that in the library. And then this is what's super dope to me. Like, I don't know, some people may call me corny for this, but I don't care. So just know that. Call me what you want. You can't call me broke. This is like an events thing that they be having, but it's also like a visit and win type of thing. So I got my stamp. So if you get a certain amount of stamps, you can be entered and win some prizes. I'm here for that. I love free stuff. I love free stuff. You know, and then this is, oh, I didn't get this one. So this one right here is also a stamp thing, but it's like a local stamp thing. So if you visit local spots in the city, you can get a stamp and win a prize too. So I think the bookstore that I went to is on this list because it gives you a list of like shops to visit in the area. And I think the bookstore, yeah, the bookstore that I went to is on there. So I missed out on that one today, but it's all good. You feel me? That's all the little stuff they gave me. Now let's get to the books. Okay, fam. So the first book we got from the library is The Truth About the Devlins by Lisa Scotland. Scotland? Y'all know I have trouble with names. Lisa Scotland. I think that's how you say it. Correct me. But this is the first book we got. I picked up this book because it was just facing forward. Like, it was facing like that. And I seen it. And I seen a little slash, light and dark. So I picked it up. And I'm like, let me read this real quick. And I read it. And I'm like, whoa, I need that. So this book is about TJ Devlin, who is a mess up. He's a mess up, but his whole family are lawyers. They're lawyers and they have their own firm. And everybody's working for that firm except TJ. TJ just got out of prison and he's in rehab. I think he just got out of rehab as well for alcoholism. So he is like the mess up of the family. And he can't get a job nowhere but his family business. So they hired him as an investigator because that's the only thing he can do to get. That's the only place he can get hired. And randomly one night, TJ's brother comes up to him and confesses about killing one of his clients. Now TJ is frantic trying to help his brother and figure out why he did it or, you know, what's going on. But as they do that, we start to learn more about the family and more about the murder and deception and everything else they got going on that might break the family up before TJ can even save it. So this book sounds amazing. As soon as I read it, I was like, yeah, this is one of them books that I'm going to have to read because this is my type of book right here. A little bit of family drama, a little bit of everything kind of sprinkled in there. I'm excited to read this one. This is a library book. I'm going to put that out there. A library book. We in there. Okay, y'all. So the second book we checked out is While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory. I hope that's right. Jasmine Guillory. Okay. Now, again, the cover of this book caught me because I'm assuming that those are two black characters and I'm here for some black romance always and forever. Let's talk about what this book is about real quick. Real fast synopsis. This book is about Ben and Anna. Ben is he has an advertising job and Anna is a movie star. Now, Ben lands a big ad campaign with Anna as the leading actress in the ad. Now, they try and keep it professional. They try and stay just co-workers, but that didn't happen. So now they're messing around with each other, and it's just little banter back and forth. They having fun. But when an emergency pops up in Anna's life and Ben comes to the rescue and really helps her out. So as that happens, they start to question if this is just a play around thing or are we about to do this for real? So is Ben willing to be the backup to Anna, or do they just want this to end when all the cameras turn off? So I think this is going to be a good one. This is a rom-com. So I love me some rom-coms. I love me romance in general. So this is going to be a good one, I hope. If you read this, let me know how it was. All right, family. So this next book is an author that I really, really wanted to get into. So I seen it at the library, so I took this opportunity to grab it. And I grabbed this book because I seen another creator. His name is Booksaresick. If you don't subscribe to him because I love his videos. Amazing dude. But I seen a video where he did his favorite Stephen King books. So I'm like, man, a lot of these books sound super dope. So let me grab one. So the next book we're going to talk about is Billy Summers by Stephen King. Now, like I said, I checked this book out because I seen it on his page. This book seems super dope. If you don't know what this book is about, it's about Billy Summers, who is a murder for hire. Now, Billy only wants to kill people who do truly bad things. But he's tired of killing. He's tired. He's trying to get out of the game. There's only one catch, though. So he has one last job to do before he can get out. You got one last job. Nothing can go wrong, right? But everything went wrong. But we go on this journey with Billy, and we figure out everything that happens. So I'm super duper excited to get into this one. This is gonna be my first Stephen King book, and I got something later for y'all too that I'm super excited about. But yeah, Stephen King, Billy Summers, this one's gonna be fire. Okay, y'all, so the next book we checked out is The Margot Affair by Sanaya Lemoine. These names are hard for whatever reason, but Sanaya Lemoine, I think it is. Margot Affair. This book was again faced out. I'm like, let me grab that and see what that's talking about. What could this possibly be about? Read the synopsis. This was instantly in my bag, my little bag. I put it right in the little bag. This book is about what's her name? Her name is on the cover, Margot. This book is about Margot LeVay. I think that's her name. And it says she is a secret child of a long-standing affair between an influential politician and a prominent stage actress. It says Margot is longing to be seen and heard, so on her 17th birthday, she meets the man who will set her plan in motion. A well-regarded journalist who trust seems surprisingly easy to gain. But as Margot is drawn into an adult world where she struggles to comprehend, she learns how one impulsive decision can threaten a family's love with ruin, shattering the lives of those around her in ways she could have never imagined. Exposing the seams between private lives and public faces, The Margot Affair is a novel of deceit, desire, and transgression, and the exhilarating knife edge upon which the danger of telling the truth outweighs the cost of keeping secrets. Family, if you've read this book, please put your review in the comments because this book sounds so good. This book is what they would call riveting. That's what it sounds like. I really want to read this one. I'm excited. The library really got some bangers. Like, if you don't go to the library, please start going to the library. It has so many bangers. The library is just a fun place to be. I enjoyed a puzzle in there. I was writing stuff down. Like, the library is such a underused tool by people that I don't think people even know about anymore. Like, the library was pushed a lot back then, but like now, I feel like people just go to bookstores and things like that. And that's the pot calling the kettle black. But I went to a library today, so I got y'all beat. But if you don't go to the library, long story short, pull up to your local library because they offer a lot of good stuff that you probably would be interested in. And the last book that I checked out from the library is A Funny Story by Emily Henry. There's no reason to go over this book. All of y'all pretty much know what this book is about. This book has been all over Booktube, all over BookTok, everywhere you're going to see this book. I don't care where you're looking on social media. If you're in the book world, you have seen this book. I'm excited to read this one. I actually really like Emily Henry as an author, so I've heard good things about this book, but I've also heard mediocre things about this book. So I'm excited to read it, let y'all know how it is, and give y'all my honest opinion on it, like I always do. That's the end of my library checkouts. Like a library book haul, library grab and dash. No, but that's my library haul right there. I got 5 books and I'm excited to read them all. I'm not gonna lie. I got these books for 3 weeks. It's crazy because again, like I said, the library has so many perks. You literally can check out 100 books at a time. You're building a whole library if you check out 100 books at a time. I don't think anybody's doing that, but you have the option. You got the option. So I checked out these 5 books. I literally have 3 weeks to have these books checked out, but you can check them out for 3 more weeks at a time, 3 times. So literally I can have these books for a month and a half. So that is super dope. These books will be getting read and returned, but before I return them, y'all know we're going to talk about them. Y'all know we're going to get into those reviews. So let's get it, man. So let's go ahead and move on to those bookstore books, because those are the books that I'm adding to my collection because I bought them with that Fetty. So let's go ahead and get into these books from Main Street Books. Let's do it. All right, y'all. So these are the books from Main Street Books. Now, this first book I'm about to pull out, I told y'all that I had another Stephen King book. Again, shout out to Booksaresick. Subscribe to his page. But I got this book off of his page, and this is a book that is revered as one of Stephen King's best books, if not #1 to some people. So I've seen this movie 1,000 times, and when I say that, I'm pretty sure you're gonna know what book I'm talking about. But I've seen this movie over and over, but I've heard the book is so much better than the movie. That is Stephen King's It. I'm so excited to have this book, y'all. I don't think y'all understand. Like I said, people say that this is literally one of his best books, if not his best book. Now, as you can see, this is a monster of a book. Like, a monster of a book. I'm super eager to read this book, though. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like I said, this is going to be a very long read. I don't know how long this is going to take me to read, but we're going to get it done. This one going to be, I'm going to have to put some work in for this. I'm not going to lie. I have to put some work in because this is, I think it's over 1,000 pages, if I'm not mistaken. Over 1,100 pages. I have never in my life read a book this big. This is going to be the first one. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but it will happen. All right, cousins. So the next book that we got is one of those books where you don't necessarily remember it, but you remember the name. And when you see it, you're like, oh my God, that's that one book. That book for me was Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Now, this is a very influential and important book. And I'm going to tell y'all why, because I'm going to read you the synopsis real quick. First published in 1952 and immediately hailed as a masterpiece, Invisible Man is one of those rare novels that have changed the shape of American literature. For not only does Ralph Ellison's nightmare journey across the racial divide tell unparalleled truths about nature of bigotry and its effects on the minds of both victims and perpetrators, it gives us an entirely new model of what a novel can be. As he journeys from the Deep South to the streets and basements of Harlem, from a horrifying battle royale where black men are reduced to fighting animals, to a communist rally where they are elevated to the status of trophies, Ralph Ellison's nameless protagonist ushers readers into a parallel universe that throws our own into a harsh and even hilarious relief. Suspenseful and sardonic, narrated in a voice that takes in the symphonic range of the American language, black and white, Invisible Man is one of the most audacious and dazzling novels of our time. I'm super eager to read this. This is an important book. Any book that talks about bigotry and racism and the divide between white and black, I just feel is very important. You know what I'm saying? I just got a little serious on y'all, but I just feel like it's super important because that's something that I feel is always going to be here. But when you learn about it, you know, they say ignorance is bliss. So when you learn about these things, it's a catch-22 because it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. But just the themes and the stuff that they're talking about, like all those things from, like they said, the deep south to the streets and basements of Harlem, all of those things are still very prevalent today. You know what I'm saying? I love reading about this type of stuff because it just opens your mind and it gives you a new perspective. It gives you a perspective on, like you said, the victims and the perpetrators. So this is going to be a good one, and I'm going to keep y'all in tune when I read it. Okay, now I told y'all that I really be tapped into the booktube community and I really be watching y'all videos, man. Any creators out there, I be watching y'all videos. So I got this book from another creator, and his name is Ian G. That's what I'm calling him, because I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I'm going to put his YouTube right here. His name's Ian G, and I got this book from him, and he read this book, and he said it was super good. He said it was a good book. He doesn't read romance books, so for him to say that, it has to be pretty good. So I'm excited to read this, and that is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. When he reviewed this book, I was like, man, that sounds kind of weird, but it sounds good at the same time. And y'all might feel the same. So let me read this synopsis for you. It says, sometimes the worst day of your life happens and you have to figure out how to live after it. For Clementine West, that means burying her head in work as a book publicist, being practical and forgetting the silly things her beloved Aunt Anella taught her, like living wide and chasing the moon. Clementine would rather stay grounded and keep her heart safe. For the last 6 months, she's done just that. But when she moves into her late aunt's apartment and finds a strange man standing in the kitchen, a man with kind eyes, a southern drawl, a taste for lemon pies, her well-laid plans begin to fall apart. Because he's the type of man who, before it all, she would have fallen head over heels for, and she still might. Except he exists in the past. What you mean by that? 7 years in the past, to be exact, and quite literally lives 7 years in his future. Her aunt always says the apartment was a pinch in time, a place where moments blended like watercolors. She also said that love is never a matter of time, but a matter of timing. That's a bar. She also said that love is never a matter of time, but a matter of timing. And Clementine fears she may be 7 years too late. Ian, you own something with this book, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't wait to read this one. I've seen people talk about this book before, and I've heard really good things about it. So y'all gotta be right. Wrong. I don't know. This may or may not be a good book, but from what I just read and the reviews that I heard about it from people that I like to watch, this might be one of them ones. Might be one of them ones. And I know that Ashley Poston is a good author because I read another one of her books. I can't remember which book it was. But let's hope this is a good one. I can't wait to read it. Okay, y'all, I'm laughing because I told y'all I really do this booktube stuff. I love watching booktube and I love immersing myself in the booktube community. So I really be watching these videos. But this person in particular is the person who really got me into booktube and whose videos that I really started watching like from the beginning. And that is Jack Edwards / Jack in the Books, because he has 2 pages. But I got this book as a recommendation from him, so I'm excited to grab this book. And that is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. Cover me down. He said this book was super good. So I'm excited to read it. And when I read the synopsis, this had me hooked. How First Lie by Ashley Elston had me hooked. I'm not going to hold y'all. This book is going to be good. And I'm going to say it's going to be good right now, almost with a guarantee, but it's not a guarantee. Basically, this book is about 2 women who are authors. One is June and one is Athena. Now, Athena was a revered author. Everybody loved her. New York Best Time Selling Author or whatever. June, she was a nobody. Nobody knew her. She didn't think that people cared about stories about basic white girls, is what she said. But get this, though. So it says, when June witnesses Athena's death in a freak accident, she acts on impulse. She steals Athena's finished masterpiece, an experimental novel about the unsung contributions of Chinese laborers during World War I. Girl, you stealing people writing? You stealing people work? Why would you do that? So it says, so what if June edits Athena's novel and sends it to her agent as her own work? So what if she lets her new publisher rebrand her as Juniper Song, complete with an ambiguously ethnic author photo? Doesn't this piece of history deserve to be told, whoever the teller? That's what June claims, and the New York Times bestseller list seems to agree. I'm already getting upset. I ain't even read the book yet. June, what type of time you on? That's not it. Yes, the story deserves to be told, but from the original author, whether unalived or not. That's wrong. You wrong, girl. And I can't wait to read this book to figure out how more wrong you gonna be. So this this really seems like it's gonna be a good book. And I just love this cover. I'm not gonna lie. Very simple, very sleek. I'm here for it. And y'all know I love me some covers, man. Fire. Okay, fam, so this is the last book we got. I know I've been here for a while, but I'm glad y'all still here with me. So I appreciate y'all for locking in with me. I love y'all. The last book we got, though, is The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. Get into that cover, man. I really hope y'all can see that, because that cover is so good. And again, y'all know the cover is what drew me to this book. It was standing up, leaning back in his little seat, like, come pick me, come pick me. What did I do? I went and picked it, because stop calling out to me like that. You calling out to me, and now you know I can't resist. This book, though, is about Cassie Andrews, and she works in a New York City bookstore. Now, Cassie lives a very, very ordinary life. She just works in a bookstore. She's organizing books on the bookshelf. She serves coffee, things like that. But her ordinary life turns upside down when one of her favorite customers just ups and croaks right in front of her in the bookstore. So she's sad because she doesn't really have anything to remember him by, except the old book that he was reading and a book that he left specifically for her. So when she gets this book, she realizes that it has these transcribings in it and weird drawings and things of that nature. And it says, any door is every door. She just needs to know how to open it. So soon she's approached by a stranger in a suit whose name is Drummond Fox, and he's a Scottish librarian who keeps watch over a unique set of rare volumes. And it says, the one in Cassie's possession is not the only book with great power, but it is the most coveted by those who collect them. Now, Cassie is being hunted by the few people who know about the special books. With just her roommate Izzy to confide in, she has to decide if she will help the mysterious haunted Drummond protect the Book of Doors and the other books in his secret library's care from those who would do evil. Only Drummond knows where the library is, and only Cassie's book can get them there. But some are willing to ill to obtain those secrets, and a dark force in the form of a shadowy, sadistic woman is at the very top of that list. Y'all know that sound good. I don't even have to do no convincing for real. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because family, we be on the same page about a lot of stuff. Some stuff we don't, but most stuff we be on the same page. And y'all know that sound good. Let's keep it a stack. No, this book to me sounds amazing. This is one of those books that I feel like I'm going to be able to see in my mind as I'm reading it. And also, look at these pages. What do you call those? I don't know what these little old, weird, ruffled looking pages, but I like that. That's dope. That's dope. I like that. Y'all let me know what that's called. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna look it up, but I'd rather hear it from my family because I trust y'all. I'm excited to read this one. I think this should be like a movie. It sounds like this should be a movie adaptation or something. So if it is, let me know because I want to watch it. But y'all, that's the end of my bookstore buys for today. But I do got some extras that I want to show y'all because I couldn't resist. I had to do it. I got some socks. This is Read Your Socks Off. Read your socks off. Look at them. Come on, man. Gotta add a little bit of color to your life. Take that how you will. And then the next pair of socks I got is some library card socks. Fire. Fire. Gotta have some flashy socks in your life. If you don't, do it and I bet you feel 10 times better. Now that's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. But you will feel good. Feel a little flashy. So I really hope y'all like this video, family. And if you did, just make sure you comment, like, subscribe, because I will be coming out with more videos. So hit that notification button as well so you can get notified whenever Cousin 5 drop a video. When your favorite book cousin drop, you got to drop everything and tune in, because I'm giving y'all some real A1 content every single time. I love y'all, fam. Y'all have a great day today. Go out there and be the best that you can be. Peace.